This is grade 5, module 1, lesson 7. And in this module, the objective is to round a given decimal to any place using place value understanding and the vertical number line. So the vertical number line may be something new to parents, and the students are starting to get used to that. So what they did today in class is they took like a number 155. Okay, and they broke down 155 in the place value charts. So we have hundreds, tens, ones. Let me see if I can make this look okay. And 155 would be 100, 5 tens, 5 ones. Well, now the students are learning that they can also have 155 as 15 tens and 5 ones, or 155 ones. So this is going to be pretty important to them as they're going through the vertical number line and the rounding. So our vertical number line for this number would be like this. And they have 16 tens and 15 tens. And they know that this number is between 15 tens and 16 tens. They had their 15 tens right here. So they have 15 tens and 5 ones. So the students should know that halfway between 15 tens and 16 tens would be 15 tens and 5 ones. Okay. And that's what they have for 155, 15 tens and 5 ones. So that would round up to 16 tens here. Okay. So the homework problem we have is right here. It is number 3 in the homework. And they are given the number 8 and 984 thousandths. And in the directions it says round to the given place value and label the number lines to show your work. So I'm going to actually do 2 different things with this number. So they have 8, let me change my color here. So they have 8, 9, 8, 4. So 8 ones, 9 tenths, 8 hundredths, and 4 thousandths, which also can be written as 89 tenths, 8 hundredths, 4 thousandths, or they can be written as 898 hundredths and 4 thousandths, or 8,984 thousandths. Okay, so if we're going to round to the nearest hundredths, I'm looking, and it's going to be between 898 hundredths and 899 hundredths. What would be in the middle would be 898 hundredths and 5 thousandths. Oops. Don't forget the TH there. Okay, so if I'm looking at the number here, I see that 898 and 898 hundredths and 4 thousandths would fall right about here. So that would in turn round to 898 hundredths. And 898 hundredths is going to be right there. Okay? I'm going to erase the hundredths part. But before I do, I actually want to write this out as a decimal. So if I have 8 decimal point 98, 8 and 98 hundredths, that would be their answer in decimal form. All right, now I'm going to erase this and we're going to work on the tenths. And I could see that I'm going to be working with the tenths here. So I'm going to be between 89 tenths and 90 tenths. And I can write tenths out here, and hopefully you'll have more room on your paper to write the tenths out. Okay. So So I know that halfway would be 89/10ths and 5/100ths. So when I'm looking over here, I have 89/10ths and 8/100ths. So 89/10ths and 8/100ths, I'm going to switch that one. Let me just do that one in green just for the color change. 89/10ths and 8/100ths are right there. So it would be closer to around here. So that would be closer to 90/10ths. So how I would write that if I'm rounding to the nearest tenth, and I'm going to write that as a decimal, would be 9.0. And okay, so we're telling the students, since they're asking to round to the tenth, that you should put 9.0, even though it would be the same as just writing the whole number 9. Okay, now let's move on to the ones place. And the ones place is what they should be familiar with. They have been rounding in previous grade levels, so this should be not as difficult. So I'm going to look at my ones here, and I know it's between 8 and it's between 9. And halfway between would be 8 ones and 5/10ths. Okay. So if I'm looking over here at my number, I have 8 and 9/10ths. So 8 and 9/10ths is certainly more than 8 ones and 5/10ths. So I'm going to put it right about here. It's actually pretty close to 9. Let me see if I could. Pretty close to 9 right there. So I could circle my 9 here. And if you're writing that one out, you can just, this one you can just write the whole number 9. Okay, if you're rounding to the ones, it's the whole number 9. Okay, we're going to move on to the tens. Okay, and this one's a little bit trickier. We don't have anything in our tens place, so I know that this is going to be between 0 and 1/10, or 1/10s. So it would be between 0 and 10. Halfway between it would be 5 ones. Okay. And if I'm looking, I see that I have 8 ones, so I'm actually going to put my 8 right about here. So our number 8 and 984 thousandths would round to 110, or just the whole number 10.